Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about 7 steps to supersize your business globally, to scale globally, to go from being a local business to a international, worldwide web. Usually is the fastest, easiest way. Oh, business. I'm kicking my stand today. So 7 steps I'm going to share with this. We're just going to briefly discuss them, and I might give an example of a couple of them that I've learned over my decades in business, helping not only grow and build and supersize my own businesses, but helping businesses, some that were already international and some that wanted to go and become a global name. So what's the first step? Well, of course, the first step is to understand the global dynamics. Understand that doing business all over the world is different than doing business for me, for example, in Wisconsin, right? The way we do business in Wisconsin isn't necessarily the way they do business in Germany or China or Japan or Asia or India or anywhere else in the world. And so we need to be aware. And what do? We go back to doing our research, doing our homework, and finding out what isn't required or desired in different parts of the world. And if we've got a product or service that can help people in different parts of the world, I think it's an amazing way to grow and build and supersize our business by offering those products and services to them. When I first started in business, which was decades ago, there was no internet. I know it's hard to believe that some of us lived before the internet with how attached we are to it now, but we had to do things differently then. It is so much faster and easier to scale and grow and reach an international global audience than it was in the past. But we still need to apply the same process and the same principles and the same strategies as if we had no internet, right? We have to be mindful of the differences in different parts of the world. I'm going to tell you a story about that when we get to another item on this. We need to craft a strategic strategy and expansion plan. We can't just willy-nilly decide one day, oh, I'm going to go global and I'm going to go start selling my products in Mexico, or I'm going to go start selling my products in Canada. There are always things in the rest of these steps that we need to consider. And that's why we want to have a process. I contend we should have a process, a system, and a strategy for everything that we do in our businesses. Third thing we need to do is leverage technology as part of our expansion plan. That includes the internet. I know the internet's technology. AI nowadays, we want to probably incorporate into our expansion plans as well. We want to cultivate international partnerships. And one of the reasons I think this is so important is a lot of times we can study and we can research and we can do our homework, but we're not going to get all the information we need through formal systems, even through the internet. I was part of a big corporation, and in America, we called our meetings about a new project or a new process focus groups. Well, guess what? When you go down to Mexico City, where we had a lot in different areas of Mexico where we had clients and customers and plants, and we had a branch office there, focus group translates to the bad word group, F us group. And one of our sales representatives and it was our first trip down to Mexico with this company, and they were using the word focus group, but pronouncing it the other way. And it was everything we could do to not start laughing, because the F word usually isn't a complimentary word that we use in business very often. At least I don't. And so that was one of those cultural things that we forget when we're going international or working internationally, that some things are either pronounced or mean something totally different. I don't know if you've ever done this, but there's all kinds of brands, especially automobile brands, that have had to rename their vehicles as they go into other countries, because what they name them here in America means something totally different or could be offensive in other countries. Same with naming businesses. So we want to be aware of that. One of the fastest, easiest ways to prevent that is to use partnerships, cultivate international partnerships. Just like we want to do joint ventures locally, we want to do them globally as well. It's one of the fastest, easiest ways to enter another market without having to figure everything else out on our own. And you know what? I'd rather have 50% of business globally than 0% of anything international. That's just me. You have to decide for yourself what's right. We want to embrace cultural diversity and inclusivity, right? I think I've been saying that a lot, and it's definitely a hot topics in at least America right now, where we are going a little bit overboard, in my opinion, on our definition of diversity and our definitions of inclusivity. I think everybody should be included because it benefits our business. By getting everyone's input and allowing them to share their ideas and things, we are benefiting our business as well as helping them to grow and learn and become better versions of themselves as well. And diversity to me is anything that's different, thinking all different things. And we need to make sure that we're including diverse everything in our organization. And I'm not just talking about the way our government is trying to just find diversity right now, because it's a lot more than that. Step 6 is, I got a new magnifying glass, so I'm trying to use it today, but I need the light. Navigate regulatory challenges. Now, I don't know if you're in a highly regulated industry or not, but I've been involved in several of them. And if you don't navigate the regulatory challenges appropriately and proactively up front, you can get into all kinds of headaches and expensive processes that you might not want to be involved in. And even if you do navigate them all and you follow all the rules, you can still find yourself in trouble because regulatory things and regulatory agencies and how they're doling out penalties for their regulations changes over time. So you have to be abreast of those things and know that the laws in one country are different than the laws in your state or in America. So be aware of that. And then finally, my favorite is always measure key performance indicators, know what kind of results you're getting, and continually improve, meaning iterate, test, tweak, and change as necessary in order to continually improve and grow and create the results that you want as you're expanding and scaling globally to supersize your business. Love to know your experience with international business and expanding, some of the biggest lessons you've learned. Share those in the comments below so we can learn from another. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting tip, trick, strategy, topic to supersize your business. Have a great day. Bye.